guys, it's me Lizzie with The Real Deal. I am back for another crochet tutorial on how to make, I'm going on like this heart kick and I don't know why. I think could be because I have a friend who is getting ready to crochet a blanket and she wants to put a pink heart or a red heart right in the middle of the blanket. This is definitely the crochet tutorial for you if you watch these. Okay, so today's tutorial we are going to be making these great little granny square hearts. Okay, they're made with a 2-round granny square and a bunch of treble crochets. If you watched my last tutorial on the tiny hearts, you should know how to do a treble crochet, which is the American term, treble, not the UK term, which means a double crochet. In the UK, double crochet is a treble crochet. So all we need for this tutorial today, again, is some yarn. I am going to choose this lovely magenta pink color just because I don't know why, it's just the one that's right below me and I grabbed it. I'm going to be using a size I hook today, okay, which is a 5.25 millimeter crochet hook. I'm going to be using a tapestry needle to sew in my ends and of course a trusty pair of scissors, and you guys know by now that I have my ever popular cup of coffee sitting right next to me. So let's grab some supplies and let's get this started. Okay, so in today's tutorial, we're not going to be making the granny square like we used to, or more like I showed you with a chain 4. We are going to be using a magic circle today so that we can cinch in the middle of this circle. I've done it in both ways. Okay, this one here is a little bit bigger, but as you can see, I have that hole in the middle from where I did it with a chain 4. So you can definitely do this with a chain 4. It's just going to have one extra little hole, which is not going to make much of a difference. Or you can do it with the magic circle or magic ring or cinch circle, the little circle that closes up when you crochet. So here we go. We're going to be doing it with the magic circle today. Okay, so magic circle, holding my yarn down with my thumb, wrapping it around, crisscrossing in the back, going in the front. I do have tutorials on how to make a magic circle that go in a little bit more of a detail. We're gonna go under, pull up a loop, I'm gonna twist, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna pull up another loop, and magic circle, boom, there it is. I know, I feel weird doing magic circles constantly because I do like doing my slip knots where I do my bada beeps and bada boops. Okay, so into the magic circle we are going to do a normal granny square. So we're going to chain 2 more, 1 and 2. That counts as our first double crochet. We're going to do 2 more double crochets. So wrap your yarn around, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and 2, wrap your yarn around, go in, pull up a loop, wrap your yarn around, pull through 1 and 2, and that is our first shell. Remember when we did our granny squares, I have a tutorial on how to make granny square. We did a shell, 2 chains, and a shell. So now we got to work on another shell. Some people call them clusters, I call them shells. Okay, so now we got to make another shell. So what does a shell consist of? 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Oops. The yarn's a little bit frayed here, so not a big deal. I'm going to work with it. Oh, I might have to redo that one. Okay, so here we go. We're going to wrap. And we need 1 more for number 3. Okay, so now that we have our second shell, we need 2 more chains, and now we need another shell. And a shell is 3 double crochets. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, and 3. What does our first round of a granny square have? 4 shells. So now we're coming to another corner, and our corners are 2 chains. 1 and 2. And now we need another shell. Shell is 3 double crochets. And all the while we're doing this, as always with the magic circle or magic ring or cinch circle, we are weaving in our tail around so that we can cinch this up when we're done. Okay? And one more. Now, at this moment, I can actually take this little tail and make this smaller and smaller and smaller. I want to close this circle up completely. So I'm going to pull that tight, very tight. Now, some people do granny squares where it's 3 chains or 1 chain. However you do your granny squares is perfectly fine. Okay, when we came to the corner, we did 2 more chains. And now we are going to slip stitch at the top chain. So 1, 2, and 3. Slip stitch, pull through, and there we have our really teeny tiny granny square. We are going to slip stitch to the corner. Okay, now we got to this corner, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to put that chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. We need to do a shell, and we need 3 double crochets for that. So we already chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, and we need 2 more double crochets, and then a chain 2 and another shell, 3 more double crochets. Now we need to go from this space to this space. And how do we do that? We don't want to just go like this because that wouldn't create a hole. So we need to do a chain 1. Okay. And this is the pattern all the way around this. 2 shells, 2 chains, and a chain 1 for the space in between. Okay, 2 chains, another shell, 3 more double crochets, and I'm still using that Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I love this stuff because of the colors they have. Two chains for the corner, another shell, okay, so we gotta go from this shell to this chain 2 space, so we chain 1 and we put in another shell pattern. So 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 more double crochets. A shell, 2 chains, and a shell. 2 chains, and a shell. And now we are back here, and we don't want to forget about this space here, so we put a chain, and we count 1, 2, and 3, and we slip stitch at the top chain, 3rd chain. Now, we got to go from here to start doing our heart. So we're going to go 1 slip stitch, we're going to slip stitch in the first 2. Okay, now we are right in this thing, and we are going to slip stitch right into here as well. Okay, now that we are in this corner, we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to start working on this little side here, and we're going to do 12 treble crochets. Just like we did before, we're going to wrap our yarn around twice. We're going to go in, pull up a loop, wrap your yarn around, pull through 2, wrap your yarn around, and pull through. Wrap your yarn around, pull through 2. Wrap your yarn around and pull through 2. We have 1. We need 12 more. We need 11 more. Sorry guys, I can't count this afternoon. Okay, we have 1. We need 11 more. 1. Just don't forget to wrap your yarn around twice, because I seem to can't remember to wrap my yarn around twice. Okay, wrap your yarn around twice, go in, pull up a loop. There's 4 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wrap your yarn around, pull through 2. Wrap your yarn around and pull through 2. Wrap your yarn around and pull through 2. Two, 3, 4, 5. And honestly, while you're doing this, you can already see that these hearts are starting to form. Seven. 8. 9. 10. And if you need to, you can most certainly move your yarn over. 11. 12. Okay, so now that we have almost half a heart, we want to anchor our center down. So how we do that, we go in through this corner right here, and we slip stitch into the corner, and that anchors half of your heart. So we have half a heart. So now we have to work on the other half. So we're going to go into this side space right here, and we're going to do 12 more treble crochets. And if you feel like there's not enough, there's too much slack in the middle here, you can always go back and fix that, okay, and redo it, just like I did 2 minutes ago, okay. And now we're going to continue going around to continue with our 12 treble crochets. And I'm going to double check and make sure, see how many I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. Eight. This is a simple theory of what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. When I'm making hearts, I always double check the stitching and make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more. And just like before, we're going to chain 2. And we're going to anchor this right down into here. And we're going to chain and chain. We're going to snip our work. Okay, and I'm going to pull that right through. And that is our little heart. Okay, and now just like before, I'm going to be using a tapestry needle to weave in my tails because we don't want them sticking out. That would make the work look very sloppy. So I'm just going to pick a couple of stitches along here. Okay, and I'm just basically weaving in my tail. Okay, I'm going to go around a couple times just so I make sure that it's hidden. Okay, and I'm going to clip right there. You guys might have a video, I might have a video coming up of my 3-year-old admitting to the world that she went to the potty all by herself, and I might throw that one up there just because we are just that proud of her. And I hope everybody else will be proud of her too when I put it up there. Okay, so again with this one, I'm just going to go in through some of these back stitches here. Pull this through, make sure that my knot is hidden. I'm going to go through these little stitches here. Okay, because basically all we're doing is weaving in this tail and hiding it so that nobody sees it. This would be really great if you were doing a blanket and you wanted to put a heart in the middle of it. Okay, and that is our granny square heart, and she is very even on all sides, and I absolutely love this little pattern here. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching the tutorial on how to make this really easy, simple granny square heart that you can add to any piece that could also be used as even like a small coaster or anything like that. You can make a bunch of hearts and sew them together and make a blanket out of it. So I had a great time crocheting with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial on how to make these super simple hearts. With that said, have fun with what you're doing, and remember to keep it real, because I do each and every day. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Happy crocheting.